Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
The average human mouth over the course of a lifetime produces 25,000 quarts of saliva. Roughly 2 swimming pools.
That's disgusting. But what if, like, all the time you're thinking about food? Is it more? Because you salivate.
So tonight's show is all about best and worst, and that was clearly your worst fact that you've ever done.
And I'm Cameron.
Yeah, keep going.
Use the hashtag Geeks Corner. We're going to talk about a lot of very good and very bad things tonight, and we want your opinions. Please, hashtag Geeks Corner on
We
Twitter.
started out strong.
Yeah!
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's start off with where this show was inspired from, which was your 8 best worst from a Disney film.
Doubles, yes.
From Disney. I was like, what's the word? And it's like, no, you just went
Things.
from. You didn't say things. You just said 8
and
best
I
worst from
literally
Disney
thought
films.
that I was 8 best whats. And
How are we supposed to say things when, I don't know.
Yep.
Keep going. Talk about what you did.
I wrote an article where I have divisive opinions. Please go read it. It's on dapsmagic.com. I highlight the best and worst of particular subjects like villains, sidekicks, kingdoms, a few other things. It's very fun.
And where did you get the inspiration for this?
I like having opinions and arguing with people. That's mostly it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, starting the show off strong, what was the best opinion you had, and what was the worst? Are you ready for this, Katie? Because you're going to be asked next.
Ooh.
I don't know the worst, but...
I know what the worst was.
Oh!
My best one was probably the villain, Hopper. Because
That's solid.
He's the only true villain. Read the article to find out why. And worst, which I guess is kind of best, but it was the one I listed worst. For worst kingdom, the Halloween town from Nightmare Before Christmas, because it's a terrible, terrible place. Not just because spooky, but reasons.
I liked the best hero was Meet the Robinsons, because... I love Meet the Robinsons, but I don't know what the worst was, because I felt like you had a lot of really valid
Pain and Panic was the worst.
opinions.
That was the worst opinion in the entire article. I'm just going to say.
Well, that was worst sidekick, I believe. Yes.
I love them as sidekicks.
But they're terrible objectively.
Which is why they're the best.
But they're because the best is LeFou.
Villain sidekicks are supposed to be inept, and they are the epitome of that.
I disagree.
I love
Disagree
villain.
with us more using the hashtag Geeks Corner.
Don't you want my best?
Yes.
Okay. Pinelands for Kingdom.
Best kingdom.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you as well.
They're very green.
Okay, you can go talk about your whatever thing you were going to talk about.
I had a thing.
You were pitching to go hashtag Geeks.
Yeah, hashtag Geeks Corner. Please take a look at the article. We're going to be discussing best and worst things about the things we're discussing tonight. But I'd love for you to take a look at the article and disagree with me. I definitely play Chernobyl advocate on a couple of them. That's me being clever. Please let me know where you think I was wrong. It's very fun.
I'm going to tell you where you're wrong. Being clever doesn't work if you point it out.
Oh, wow.
That's very good.
Steven says that was weird. I just popped in mid-insulting Mr. Cam Jackson's fact, ... whatever it was.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our world. So let's move on to the Solo a Star Wars story trailer. That's
Solo
hard to
Star
say. Solo Star Wars.
Solo Cup story.
There was a new trailer that came out on over the weekend. Was it Friday? And I don't remember the dates.
No, it was Sunday.
Was it
Sunday?
Sunday?
It was Sunday.
Wow.
You're
Sunday.
right. It was Sunday.
Time.
Is a thing.
It's
Affects us
marching on.
all.
So we saw a little bit more of the origin of Han Solo. We saw a little bit more about Chewie. We saw a lot more about Lando.
Lando.
Why don't you lead off? We can hear the thundering in the background of Together Forever, which is getting a preview right now, breaking news. But we just heard it explode in our minds.
We care about you more than seeing a fireworks show for the first time. That's
Yeah,
why
we
we're here.
actually could have been there, but we figured, hey, we are committed to Geeks Corner.
Yeah.
That's right.
So right now, there's fireworks somewhere over that way, blowing up that we can hear.
Don't triangulate the
Together
position
Forever.
of the Geeks Corner studios, please.
Yeah. Anyway, trailer, go.
Lando! Oh, Lando. Donald Glover, we already knew he's going to do good, and he's so good. He's so good, you guys. I'm most excited about Lando's character in this movie more than anything else. It's going to be so good.
This is going to be so much fun. I think that the first time I see it, I'm just going to turn my brain off and have a ton of fun, and then the second time I'll actually turn my brain on and like deep dive and connect it all and whatever. But I think this is going to be visually and character-wise and story-wise, just a fun movie.
Do you think it's gonna be better or worse than Rogue One?
I think it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be better in
it's an easy choice.
almost every way.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a more solid film, more fun film, and obviously it has Lando, Han, and Chewbacca. So how can you go wrong? And the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is a character.
She's
It is a character.
beautiful.
It's more than one character
Yes.
if you read the book. Sorry.
There it goes again.
Oh man.
I made the mistake of reading a book, apparently.
And mentioning it excessively.
Because I'm geeking out over all the extra
No,
stuff.
we
they
are
put
so
into it.
happy for your geek knowledge because we don't have it. It's just very, very fun that you're
You
fitting.
never know. You're going to be at like a party or something and be able to throw this in.
Yes, for all the parties we go to where we need a desperate need of solo knowledge.
It's
Yeah.
happened.
I just do it to
has
make people
happened.
stop talking.
You
Did
just
you know?
interject.
So you think 2 thumbs up for this film?
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Do you have any concerns about it after all the drama that's happened with directors and story and actors and acting?
Yes, my biggest concern, which is true of any movie that happens in media res of other films in the
Is
timeline.
if they say the title in the movie.
And that's different. If when in media res they threaten harm in a way that we know is impossible.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Like, you know Han Solo going to be fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's assumed, and you know Chewbacca's going to be okay. But, like, the scenes where it's like, harrowing danger, we don't know if they're going to make it. Don't do that.
I have a concern with that as well. I'm wondering if the life debt that Chewie has to Han is going to be shown in this, and I'm hoping it's a worthy life debt.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Like,
a lot...
I was realizing that's a point that could be missed if it doesn't seem to have enough weight to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true of a lot of the moments that have been in nuance, and it's the danger with doing these kinds of movies. Like we saw a gambling scene with Lando that we can assume is where he wins the Millennium Falcon. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. It's like, it's better to just have that as lore rather than know exactly how it happens sometimes. So you have to
Imagination's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, you have to be real careful when treading some of that ground. Although I will say Lando was amazing in that scene, and I'm so excited.
I'm not concerned about Lando at all. In
No.
fact, I think they've done a great job with the character across all media. Like in the cartoons, Rebels, like it's amazing how easily it goes from Rebels to Solo, and it feels like the same person, even though it was Billy D. Williams that came back and did
I did the voice, yeah.
the voice for the other one, and I had zero like I didn't have a problem suspending disbelief. It was just like, oh, yeah, this works. So I'm excited for it. The other thing that came out this weekend was there was an Avengers Infinity War trailer that came out that my one criticism of it, I'm going to start off, is that I think they're giving away too many really gold comedic moments that if they didn't give in the trailer, we would be sitting there opening night and the entire theater would erupt.
Yeah.
And instead, it's going to be like, oh, remember that from the trailer? That was funny. And there will be a chuckle, but not the full-on roar of laughter. Anyway, what do you think of the whole trailer?
Well, the hope on that note is that they're showing us those because they already have way better jokes than that. They've actually done that with some of the MCU previously. Some of the trailers they've shown in the past, they did keep the best stuff for the movie, and I appreciated that. But the problem is the jokes we saw in this trailer were very, very good. I don't know if they're going to be able to top those. But I enjoyed it. I thought Bucky's hair was fabulous. That was probably the best part
It was
of
a
the trailer.
good moment, too.
Oh, man. It was sweet. But, like, he's gotten permed. And I really like seeing some of the characters we haven't seen too much of leading up to now. Like, Shuri was really, really fun to see for a moment.
I only care about Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they like the whole Wakanda moment in the trailer. I was just like, this is it. This could be the whole movie.
Yeah, well,
Like,
half the trailer
Black
is
Panther
that.
too.
And actually, that speaks to a very good point, which is how popular Black Panther was. And I wouldn't be surprised if they emphasized Wakanda a bit more after the movie came out. And this trailer really shows it that way. Like, clearly that's where the popular interest is.
Cool. So 2 thumbs up for this movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, I think.
Yeah.
Steven says, I don't know about others, but I'm actually looking forward to Solo more than I am Infinity War. I'm concerned about both because reasons.
Okay, fair.
Valid.
Bailey said that her heart broke a little bit when we mentioned Solo will be better than Rogue One.
I'm sorry.
I love Rogue One. Don't get me
don't.
wrong.
I'm not
do.
saying
I
Rogue One's
don't.
bad. We're
I
just
am.
saying Solo's going to be better.
I didn't like Rogue One. I'm saying Rogue One was bad. I'm sorry for that.
No one said it's bad.
Yeah, no,
I like
no
it.
one
Well,
said
she
that.
did.
Yeah, no one at all.
Okay. Let's move on to Indiana Jones. The 5th movie will be made next spring, come out next summer. Harrison Ford, it has been announced kind of, I think it was probably a little bit tongue-in-cheek in the conversation, not having seen a recording of it and just reading the transcript. But Steven Spielberg said this will probably be Harrison Ford's last ride as Indiana Jones. To me, this kind of makes a lot of sense. But how do you think they end this part of the story?
Kill him good. That's.
Oh, you want to kill him?
I do want to kill him.
How do you want to kill him?
I want him to die in an altruistically good moment.
So he's going to go into space.
Oh, I hope not. Oh, I really hope not.
He's gonna go into space. You're gonna think he's dead, and then he's just gonna.
The whole
And then he's gonna fly.
And see what's funny is you went there, and I went into. He's gonna go into space, and then Jaws is gonna show up and start gnawing through the. I went James Bond. Do you know that one?
If I could do another one, then he goes into space and they focus in on his eyes, and you start hearing an audio dub over, which is "I've seen things that you can't possibly imagine." Is that a deep enough cut for you, fans?
So really, where do you want to see it in?
I really do want to see him die in a way that allows him to be the better man. Like I want him to go out in a way that saves others and honors historical artifacts and stuff.
The question or risk I have with that is, how do you think it would be received if in the last 2 movies he's in, he ends up dead?
So we different playing iconic characters.
Like, well, no, I'm wondering, like, you'd
wanted
have
Han
the
Solo
bar
to
goes
die.
even higher up if you're gonna take it. If you can do it twice, I guess is what I'm saying.
Knowing what we know about Harrison Ford, I think that's definitely in his wheelhouse. I mean, think about it. That character is dead, and I'm the one that killed him. Like, that's me. It's done. I get to wash my hands of it.
One character he wanted to kill and one character he loves.
And it's not just 2. I mean, Blade Runner 2049, and he's just it's become the killing Harrison Ford era.
I want a Last Crusade ending.
It's good, but
I want him to
I don't
ride
wanna leave
off
the
into the
door open.
sunset or something, and it's a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the door open. I don't want it closed. I want it to be completely ambiguous. So it's kind of what we were talking about with Solo. I want it to be we don't know what happens to him.
Well, the difference is between the previous one, 4, and this one is he would have to like give up his hat or something symbolic like that.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be really cool if you actually circled back to Last Crusade and have him literally put the hat on somebody,
Like
ride off.
when he was a kid. Yeah, that'd be great.
Like, I think that'd be a fantastic way to do it. Or it could even be puts the hat on somebody and that person rides off into the sunset.
Yeah, to go do new things.
Yeah. Do you have an opinion?
I just want them to do it in a way where they can't decide in 2 years they're gonna call him again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true.
I don't know that he's gonna be able to.
Okay, well that's dark.
I'm just being honest. You look at how much physicality is involved in that role, and he was already much less.
And they already made those jokes in 4. Like, that's...
Yeah, like, I think he's really, in this movie, I fully expect him at some point to turn into his father.
Yeah, the Sean Connery type character. Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a big bulk of his role is
And he's
realizing
somehow
he just can't
inexplicably
do it.
has a Scottish accent as well? Or...
That'd be great, yeah. I mean, because it was so good in The Last Crusade. That was just a fantastic... I think it was compared to Mickey Mouse or something,
Julia!
right?
Geeks Corner.
No,
Last
remember-
Crusade. That's it. That's what we're talking about.
That should have been our title tonight. That would have been so good.
Well, that's just like the 5th time we've done Last Crusade.
So we forgot to do this. So
Yes.
Solo, what's the best part of the story? Worst part of the story?
Like, best part of the trailer we just watched?
Yeah.
Best part was Wookiee pile driving somebody.
Worst part?
Oof. The droid's attitude. Because we've already seen that droid.
It's K2SO, but
Yeah,
girl.
we've
Yeah,
already...
go.
Yeah.
Best part. Millennium Falcon is beautiful. We've already seen it, but still, it's so new, it's so shiny. I love it.
It has new thrusters.
Worst part,
Anybody notice that? There's the little red thing.
it's beautiful.
Okay. I'm
Worst
just
part
noticing.
is Woody Harrelson's character.
Yeah.
I'm building a team.
Absolutely
I don't care.
right.
I don't care that you're building a team. You're in this for life, kid. I don't care.
I'm going to take it a step further than that. I actually think the gangster they showed when he's talking about like whoever the guy that's hiring them all, not Woody Harrelson, but the guy above him.
Yeah.
And he's the Scarface dude in the corner with the suit
Mobster,
on. The
whatever,
mobster
yeah.
dude. That's the worst.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say the best.
Do you have a scar on his face? Was he Scarface?
Well, it was like stuff all over his face.
So Supreme Leader Snow.
Possibly, maybe.
Oh my
it is.
gosh, no confirmed.
You heard it here first.
It's all connected.
If you read the books.
Woo!
That book's not out yet.
But it will be.
Solo.
Just give me all the books for my birthday. It'll be great.
Okay.
And then the best part is all of it.
Yeah,
Like
it's true.
It's all good.
All
of it.
Well, I was thinking like there's Chewbacca and Mrs. Chewbacca. There's
Excuse me, Miss. We don't know that yet.
depends on what ends up being true.
Can we watch a Life Day marriage ceremony?
No. We can't. As long... Because then if we
You
watch...
know, it just involves them swinging through the trees until they get to their new hut, and then they I don't know.
Braid each other's hair. Braid each other's hair, kids.
That's it. Where did this show go?
Oh no, the stream went down.
Don't you dare say that.
Our producer just gave up on the show, everybody.
Okay, best for Avengers.
I'm gonna take yours, but it's got to be Black Panther.
Okay.
So good.
I was going to take that.
So
And
good.
worst?
Vision. I don't like Vision so far.
I agree.
Best, Starbucks. Worst, Black Widow's blonde hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say best Starbucks, worst what you said.
Whoa.
And then Harrison Ford for Final Indy, best and worst.
Best
Part of that story.
committing that he's going to leave.
Well,
Worst.
Steven Spielberg
leaving.
is saying that he's leaving.
No, worst. Him doing another one.
Yeah.
There's so much that could go wrong.
It's true. He's already crashed a plane. Like, we can't...
He never said he could land.
He said he could
Fly,
fly.
yes. Land,
Falling
no.
with style.
It's true.
That's another one. Best worst.
That's pretty much mine, is I feel like he should have said this a long time ago, or that this should have happened.
So I'm actually a lot more optimistic about this movie than you guys are because George Lucas is not involved.
Yeah.
Like I think he's helping with
We love
some
you,
stuff,
Papa Lucas. Sorry.
Can't fail us again.
I think that's a much better place to be than I think there's a lot of potential in this that we just haven't seen, and so that's I think I have a lot of faith in Steven Spielberg, and my other best is what's his face from the last one,
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shy the beef.
He should stay on YouTube and away from Indiana Jones.
He should stay being a cannibal.
Next, in Florida, the Pandora Utility Suit was shown all over the internet over the weekend, and you can now watch it on our YouTube channel as well, and it will be at Disney's Animal Kingdom on April 22nd for its 20th birthday?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And someday I should actually look at my notes. You know, like,
He has notes in front of him. They're right here.
well, these aren't the notes. I have to click on it.
Yeah,
for
but
I know.
notes.
your
But they're
notes
right
are
there.
sitting in the front row. Of the
Yeah, I've got
audience,
Roger.
so-
Why would I need notes? Anyway, very quickly, what did you think of it? You weren't a fan, but go ahead.
It's not that I wasn't a fan. It's just that I think there were other things, specifically stilt use, that could have been done better in theme. I like, and this
Probably
would be
way more expensive,
yeah,
though.
true. But for my best for this would be that I like that they're continuing to add to the lore of the area.
And I like that the story for it is the current version of Pandora instead of the movies, so it's a good move forward. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, they have a utility suit available to take pictures with. So it's interesting that they're adding an actual walk around, like, person.
But that's an amp suit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a utility suit. It's
Okay,
That's an amp.
whatever. There's a suit.
It's
I don't.
bigger, it's heavier, and
Does it
it's
have a knife?
evil.
It probably has a
in the
knife.
back.
Here's-
the amp suit's from the military. The utility suit is from the scientists.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This
Here's-
one's peaceful.
Here's your every episode we do this every single time, whether or not you catch it. Just a reminder that in the film Avatar, the robot suit had a combat knife, not a combat knife accessory, a combat knife which had to be unsheathed and used. Think about it.
So my concern with it is
Safety first.
concern with it wasn't safety. Well, it kind of is. Lots of people in Pandora, plus stilts.
So,
I feel like I don't know.
Big Thunder Ranch. Stilts. Lots of people. Done.
There were still some mad tea as well. I'm kind of okay
That's
with
true.
that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem
Yeah.
with that.
That's true.
All right, so that's your best and worst?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Best is they're moving the story forward.
Yeah.
Worst is they're making 3 more sequels.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, guys? Oh man.
Can't wait.
As we mentioned before, the Together Forever fireworks were previewed tonight at Disneyland,
They just had
and
their finale.
Pixar Fest will be arriving officially on Friday at the Disneyland Resort. We've got some decoration photos up there, and we'll have more going up throughout the week. I think there's a merchandise article that's going to go up tomorrow, and then we'll have more going up as the week progresses. From what you've seen so far, what is your favorite Pixar Fest decoration and your worst favorite?
Well, I'll start with bad. I don't like the bunting on Main Street very much.
It's a bit of a stretch.
It's
of
a
match.
bold choice.
It's a bold choice. That's it. Yeah.
I think that could have been done slightly differently.
You know what I would have liked to see? All the Pixar toys put up like the Halloween decorations where
yeah.
they've got the
That'd been cute.
they've got all of these pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. You could have Luxo, you could have like Woody, like the toys though, and have them sitting there all the time, and that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then they move.
When you're not there, nobody's looking. Anyway, and your best worst?
My best.
Oh, what was your best? I'm sorry.
Honestly, probably the some of the nighttime entertainment options that we're getting back.
That's what you're looking for to
yeah.
most? Okay, go ahead.
My best is I guess we're not talking about decorations. So I'm looking forward to Together Forever. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. The worst is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like the main gate decorations for Pixar Fest. I don't think they look up to par with what we should be expecting.
I love them.
I
I think they're great, and I'm glad they're not too over the top, especially on the Disneyland side. I think it's tastefully done, especially on Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't like Mr. Incredible Atlas either. I'm kind of with Katie on this one.
That one is a stretch for me. Disneyland side I like better though. Do what?
Elastigirl's the stretch.
Not Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You're funny.
There's a bunch of AP exclusives that are coming as well, and there's merchandise, there's experiences, photo ops, all of that stuff. I think they're doing a nice job this time. There seems to be more.
Yeah.
There's pins. There's
Two a cycle on those, right?
Those are decals.
2-week cycles.
Decals, yes.
The decals, that's what I was
Yes.
thinking of. I'm sorry.
And they get 2 per
Yes,
AP.
you can get one for yourself, one for a friend. It'll be great.
Or 2 for yourself.
Maybe we'll try to get some and show you what they look like on the show. We'll also have them on the site, I hope. And it will be great. Finally tonight, the
Finally.
mobile ordering is arriving at the Disneyland Resort.
That's right. It is.
Talk about what this is since you love it so much.
Social anxiety, go.
I have social anxiety. So mobile order and pay is actually something that is already mobile order and pay. I totally work at Starbucks. Mobile order is something that already exists at Walt Disney World Resort, and they've been making changes and making it better. They actually just updated it to allow the dining plan. They have it in, I believe, 20 restaurants resort-wide and Disney Springs. It's basically just you can keep enjoying you can enjoy rides or get a fast
Enjoying not people.
enjoy waiting in line is what I was gonna say, but you can enjoy doing other things, and then
You can wait in a different line
you
while
can
you
wait
wait for
a
your food.
different line, but it basically gives you more opportunity to do things, get there, pick up your food, eat, and then keep going, instead of waiting in line or stuff. I'm incredibly excited for this to come here because when I saw it in Florida, it was something that I wanted here. My best is that I don't have to talk to people because I am incredibly afraid of other people, and talking is terrifying.
That's why you do it on the internet.
Well, I do it on the internet because it's like I'm talking to a
Yeah,
camera.
you're not people. You're friends.
And the people standing behind or sitting behind the camera don't count.
They
Is
don't
that what you're
exist.
saying?
I always tell people that like on the internet I forget that people can actually see what I do. So I feel like I'm talking to like just the void sometimes.
So the moral of this story is share this video with as many people as you possibly can.
As long as I don't know them in real life, it's fine.
Make sure you come
You're
up
all
and
not
say
real.
hi at Disneyland.
My worst.
Using the in-life hashtag Geeks Corner.
You just go hashtag Geeks Corner. Hi, Katie.
You're in.
My worst is that this will not be at every single restaurant everywhere.
It's gonna be the quick service ones probably.
I know,
right?
but I like
would
not speaking. I have problems.
Go ahead, Cameron.
The best is I really like this feature at Starbucks, so like, I mean,
It's
same
also at
idea.
Chipotle. It's also at Taco Bell. It's also at Chick-fil-A.
I like it at Starbucks. The worst
You're
is...
right. We should go to Chipotle.
You're right. You really
I
right.
use mobile order for everything.
The worst is... I hope this doesn't negatively affect the employment. I could see cuts because of it, and that's always my worry when we see a bit more automation.
Best?
My best was that I like it already.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
Yep,
I
that
thought
was
there
it.
gonna be something more. Okay.
That was everything.
I was hoping for a little depth or...
I just see a different disbursement
Yeah, I do
of
too.
cast members. Instead of cast members all being on front, they disperse those cast members to mobile order.
And my concern actually with it is that the people waiting in line will get a less efficient experience because everything's going mobile, and so the mobile just kind of slows things down maybe. And I think if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you staff even more so that people who are waiting in line aren't penalized.
I think for the first month or two we will see that because they're going to have a hard time figuring it out and whatever. But I think that once we get to summer, well, we don't know when this is going to launch, but I think once we get past the learning curve and we get past all that, I think it'll positively affect all guests resort-wide, mobile order and
It'd be fun to do a race. We should do that someday. One person goes to order the old-fashioned way.
Oh, just
One
a test.
person,
I actually think that'd be a good test.
We should do that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That's a very good idea, actually. Once it's up, we will do that, and we'll do a video on it, and we'll let you know which one's faster and better. We'll also rate
Pros
the
and
service.
Yes.
The full experience, the speed. Yeah, that'd be a good video.
full geek
And
experience.
we'll do an article on that as well.
Oh, that's good.
full geek experience.
Full geek experience.
Okay. Whatever works.
Yeah.
Bailey says that she agrees with you, Katie, that she feels like they were thrown together last minute.
What was thrown together last?
The
This
signs
way.
going back.
Oh,
to the picture.
yes. I was like, I say a lot of things.
Steven says, well, clearly in Avatar 2, the alien love interest will return with not John Smith to England, where she will struggle to fit in with strange English cultures and eventually fall in love with someone with not John Smith's first name.
That's very good, Steven. That's very good.
We miss you, Steven.
Oh,
Come back to us.
Come back. Yeah.
that's very good.
That
was amazing.
That was very good.
Can I say best tweet of the night?
I've literally been sitting here holding this one for like 5 minutes. Like, when can I circle back to this? Because
That's good.
I don't care about mobile ordering anymore because that's a good
I
tweet.
was like, excuse
Because
you.
hilarious.
No, I think it's gonna be a good thing, and I think it's not the first time they've tried something new with technology. Like they had the, remember they had the screens in back in when it was Taste Pilot Grill. Do you remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Didn't work so well. I didn't think. Like I was frustrated by them sometimes, but
Weren't that very long either.
they didn't last very long. But I think this is a good way to do it, and we're getting more and more on our phones, and that's good. Like they've got the thing where you can unlock your hotel rooms in Florida now too at Walt Disney World for some of the
Love it.
hotels, and I think that's really great too
Yes.
because talk about expediting check-in.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. You don't even have to go. You just walk up and you're in. Like that's
You can do that
fantastic.
now.
Yeah.
I did that on my trip 2 years ago. It was great.
Oh, even with your phone?
No, I just checked in.
But now you can literally walk up
through
to
my
the
phone.
door and go like this
Check in.
and open your door with your phone.
So long as you stay at Wilderness Lodge right now.
Yeah, that's good.
I
don't
like
care.
Wilderness Lodge.
I have zero problems with that. And then it's going to go everywhere else and the world's going to be a happier place.
With less people.
I've never stayed on property.
It's a good thing to do.
I know.
Anyway, we're running out of time for tonight, guys.
Sure, the best thing you could do is go to thegeekscorner.com to see all of our previous episodes. The worst thing you could do is not find out what's inside of this.
Head over to dapsmagic.com. Check out Cameron's best and worst article to see the inspiration for tonight's show. Go check out all the other news as it happens. And the worst thing you could probably do is not subscribe to our mailing list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
real good.
And the best thing that you could do, I guess, for me is go to our YouTube channel, which hopefully you're watching this on, and subscribe to this channel. And the worst thing you could do is not connect with us on social media. But as I mentioned before, that is all the time we had for this week. So we will see you around the corner.